Hello, math whizzes. Welcome back to my channel. So today we will be talking about some further examples on equations, and in this I'm going to teach you different methods in which you can come up with your solution faster and easily. So let's dive right into it. 5x plus 3 equals 3x minus 7. All right, so what we have discussed so far is that whenever you have this unknown, this variable, you want to group all of them together, right? Because you can either add or subtract them. So you need to group them together, which basically means moving all of them on one side. So let's take this as the left side and let's take this as the right side. And here we have our margin, the equals to sign. So one of the ways in which you can do it is that firstly you decide the place on which your variable will be. So in this case, I'm going to say that I'm going to keep my variable 5x on the left side, and whatever other variables I have, I'm going to bring them to the left, sorry. So there's a 3x. I want to remove the 3x from here because I only want these numbers here and I only want the variables on the left side. So I have to bring this to the other side somehow. So the way that we have discussed this so far is that for me to do that, I will have to subtract 3x from the right side. And when I do that, I'll have to do the same from the left side. And that gives me 5x minus 3x is going to be 2x plus 3 equals, and 3x minus 3x, it cancels out. It just leaves us with a negative 7. So it's going to give us a negative 7 here. All right. What's the next thing that we want to do? The next thing we want to do is that we want to group all of the we need to remove everything that is not a variable from the left side and push it to the other side. So if I want to do that, I need to get rid of both this 3 and 2. So let me get rid of the 3 first. In order for me to do that, I will have to subtract the 3 from the left side. And when I do that, I have to be fair and I have to do that on the right side also. So when I do this, I get 2x. This cancels out, plus 3 minus 3 cancels out, and this gives me, so minus 7 and minus 3, minus, that's plus basically, and we take the sign of the greater number, which is 7, so it's going to be minus 10. All right, now what? Now I need to get rid of this 2 from this side, and if I want to do that, I'll have to divide 2 from this side and 2 from that side. All right, this cancelled out. X equals, so 10 divided by 2 is basically minus 10 divided by 2 is minus 5. All right, so my answer for x is minus 5. Now let's view it in a different way. The same question in a different light. So we have the same question, which is 5x plus 3 equals 3x minus 7. And what we were doing was that we wanted to put all of the variables on the same side. And for me to do that, I had to subtract my minus x from this side. But if you notice, there is something very simple that is happening over here, that whenever you have a 3x, whenever you have any variable on the right side and you need to get rid of that from the right side and you need to put it on the left side, you subtract, you do the opposite of what's supposed to be done. Whatever the number is, you do the opposite of that. For example, I have a plus 3x, so I'll do a minus 3x over here, and then I'll do a minus 3x here also. Can we just say that maybe we have a border here, and maybe what we're trying to do is we're just directly moving the 3x from the right side to the left side like that, and when we do that, the positive sign of this 3x, so positive 3x, that's going to change and give us a negative 3x, because essentially this is what we are doing. We'll have to cancel this out and that takes a lot of time. So that's why it's going to be easier for us if we can just do it directly. Okay, so this is going to be now 5x minus 3x equals minus 7. What did I do? I moved this directly from the right side to the left side, and when I did that, two things happen. First thing is that your number variable stays the same. Second thing is that the sign, whatever is on the right, will be the opposite on the left. So if it's a positive on the right, it's going to be a negative on the left side. All right, let's solve it now. So 5x minus 2x is 3x is 2x equals minus, it's going to be minus 7. So here's a plus 3 also, plus 3 also. This is going to be 2x. Now I'm going to take this plus 3 and I'm going to put this on the other side. I'm going to throw it towards the right side. And when I do that, what did I say? I said the number stays the same. So the number is still going to be 3, but it's going to be, the sign is going to get changed as soon as it moves across the border. So whenever you move across this margin, the sign, it reverses. So in this case, it's going to be a negative 3 now, giving us 2x equals minus 10. Now, what do I do in the case of 2x? Can I do the same? Can I apply the same thing here as well? Yes, I can. So it's basically 2 multiplied by x equals minus 10. So if I need to get rid of the 2, here it is multiplying with x. But when I push it to the other side of the margin, the operation over here, which is multiplication, it's going to change and it's going to now become division. So x equals minus 10. It stays there because it's there first, it has the first right, and then we get divided by 2. So multiplication changed into division. Now we have x equals minus 10 divided by 2, which is just minus 5 in this case. So this is how we go ahead with coming up with our solution in an easier method. Let's take another example and see how that is done. So in this example, I'm also going to be introducing some brackets, and I will be opening some brackets. All right, so I have 5x plus 3 plus 2x plus 1 equals 5 minus 4x. All right, what do I do in this case? I will firstly need to get rid of my brackets. That's the first thing you do. This is a part of something known as BODMAS. So that's basically bracket, open. This tells you the sequence in which you are supposed to proceed. So sometimes we come up with equations in which there's addition, multiplication, division, all of that happening at the same time. There are also brackets at the same time. So in order for us to understand which operation, what thing we need to do first, we use BODMAS. So it's basically bracket open, then division, then multiplication, and then it is addition, and then it is subtraction. So this is the order we follow. If you have brackets, you open the brackets first. Bracket open is first. If you have division and multiplication, you do that. Then you add or you subtract. So division and multiplication is something we use interchangeably. You can multiply first, you can divide first, that's up to you. You can add first, you can subtract first, that's also up to you. But generally, we use this sequence when we are in BODMAS. All right, so we have brackets here. So I want to open the brackets first because that's the first thing I want to do. How will I open the bracket? So I have a 5, and then in bracket I have x plus 3. This basically means that my 5 is getting multiplied with both x and with 3 that are inside the bracket. This is what this stands for. Now, how will I open it? I will multiply 5 with x first. So it's going to give me 5x, and then the sign carries forward plus, and then I'm going to multiply my 5 with 3, giving me a 15. All right, then I'll add, I'll move on to the next bit. I'll add the positive there as it is, and then 2 multiplied by x, which gives me 2x, plus 2 multiplied by 1, which gives me a 2, equals 5 minus 4x. All right, now let's group all the variables together. Firstly, on the left side we have 5x and 2x. They're adding together. How do I know that? Let's put it all together. So 5x plus 2x plus 15 plus 2 equals 5 minus 4x. So 5x plus 2x, that's going to give us 7x, plus 15 plus 2 is going to give us 17, equals 5 minus 4x. All right, now I have a variable on the right side. I need to move that to the left side. So this is the left side, the right side. I need to move it to the left side, and when I do that, this variable with the constant, it's going to stay the same. It's still going to be 4x, but the sign is going to change. So here it's positive, here it's negative. When it goes on the left side, it's going to be positive. So it's going to be 7x plus 4x equals 5. Now I have this thing, I need to move that to the right side. It's going to be negative 17 now when I move it, right? And this gives us 11x equals, so 5 minus 17 is going to be 12, negative 12. So this is basically subtraction. 17 minus 5 is 12, and the sign of the greater number, it becomes the final sign. So it's going to be minus 12. And now I need to move this 11 from the left side to the right side. Here it's multiplying. When it goes there, it's going to divide. So I'll have x equals minus 12 divided by 11 this time, which gives me my final answer, which is going to be this. All right, I hope this is making sense. If you have any questions so far, you can put them in the chat box and I'll be happy to answer them for you. All right, okay, let's take another example. And this time I'm going to be introducing a concept which is known as cross multiplication. I have this equation. Looks very, very difficult to solve, but trust me, it's not. We do something known as cross multiplication in such cases. What is cross multiplication and why do we do it? So I have a fraction on the left side and I have a fraction on the right side also. I need to get rid of that fraction somehow. And in order for me to get rid of the fraction, I use the concept of cross multiplication, which is this cross that I make. What does this mean? So the cross, the arrows that point towards each other, they multiply with each other, which basically means the 7 will multiply with x minus 1. Let's do that. So 7 multiplied by x minus 1 equals this 3, this arrow multiplies with whatever arrow is here. So it's going to be 3 multiplied by 2x plus 5. Okay, now we've gotten rid of the fractions. Now we don't have any denominators in this case. So the number that's on the top is known as the numerator and the number at the bottom is the denominator. Now we don't have any denominator. We've gotten rid of the fractions. What do we do next? We need to open the brackets. And for me to do that, I have to multiply the 7 with x and I also have to multiply it with 1. So it's going to be 7x. This stays the same minus, and this is going to be 7 times 1 is going to give us a 7. All right, 3 multiplied by 2x. So 3 times 2 is 6. X, that's going to give us, and this stays the same, plus then 3 times 5 is going to be 15. All right, now I need to group all the variables together, which basically means me moving the 6x to the left side. And for me to do that, this is a positive 6x. When it moves to the left side, it's going to be, yes, you're right, it's going to be negative 6x this time. Minus 7 equals 15. And this is going to be 7x minus 6x is 1x. And I have to move the minus 7 to the other side, giving me a 15 plus 7. The sign changed. This stayed the same. And my answer is going to be 22 in this case. All right. So these are some of the examples that I found helpful, and I hope that you found these helpful also for your exam preparation. And if you have any questions related to any steps that I did, please comment down in the comment box and I will get back to you. So if you liked the video, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and also press the bell icon so that you can get all the updates regarding new videos which will be coming up very, very soon. Best of luck everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, take care.